Welcome to the Counselor Overview for Managing Insurance Information. We'll begin by clicking on Administration in the top menu bar, and then noting we'll be looking at three kind of areas in Counselor in this overview. First off, we'll look in the clinic list, then we'll look in My Profile, and then User List. And it's important to note at this point, the information we're going to be reviewing here is the specific information that you want to show up on the claim, right? So when we look at the clinic information or specific provider information, this is the information that's going to pre-populate as you are creating a claim, okay? So first we'll go ahead and click on Clinic List, and then let's go ahead and edit a clinic. We're then going to jump to the Financials tab and click the Insurance Settings option. Now, before I go any further, I just want to mention that if you do have any questions about how to get these different areas set up so that they appear appropriately on your claim, the counselor support team is happy to assist. So as you're looking through this tutorial, hopefully this works great for you and you get everything in place. But if you do have questions, we are happy to assist there. So within the clinic insurance settings here, we're looking to add the service facility location information. So this is going to be a specific address. Maybe you want to change something in here, right? Perhaps you moved, you want to update this information. The NPI, of course, is going to be the clinic NPI, the group NPI there, okay? So pretty simple information here. We go ahead and click close and then save. That will lock in those changes. All right, let's go ahead then and go to the next area, which is going to be the My Profile. This is if you want to change your own insurance settings, right? My user profile area. So we're going to go down to Insurance Settings. All right, now we'll see two tabs here, the rendering provider as well as the billing provider. These are different areas of the claim, so it's very important that you complete all of the areas here, right, or both of the tabs, I should say. So first off, we're gonna have the rendering providers, is obviously providers information, providers NPI. The next section then is the billing provider. This is an area where there's some nuance here, there's some options. Here, if you note the provider type, some insurance companies, some payers will request that you submit your claims as a group, right? So everyone within your organization that's submitting goes through the same information, or they may ask you to submit as an individual, whether you are just an individual in your practice or your group practice, right? There may be something specific to your contract with that payer that dictates whether you bill as an individual or group. So we encourage you at this point to add all this information, right? Add the group info, right? Put in your clinic information, your clinic federal tax ID, clinic NPI, right? All that information, and put in your individual information as well, right? So there we can see the provider's info again. This is going to be the practice's federal tax ID. This is going to be the provider's NPI, and of course the clinic address, right? So get all those in place. Now, if you do have multiple locations, you can jump between locations and update these. So once again, if you have providers that are in multiple locations or potentially could go to another location if they need to fill in, we'd recommend that you have the information completed for each one of these clinics, because this is all, once again, going to set the table so that when you go to create a claim, you don't have to enter this information, right? You put it in place one time, and then when you go to create the claim, there you go. All right, now any changes you made, once again, you'll go ahead and click Save. That will lock in those changes. All right, let's look at the third area, the user list area under administration. Now this one's gonna look pretty similar to what we just saw. So here we'll take a provider, click the edit option, I should say. Then we'll go to advanced settings and insurance settings. So what we're seeing here is really the same kind of screen we just saw in My Profile. The difference here is because you're going into the user list, it means that if you are a clinic admin, clinic owner, you could then go ahead and set up the settings for multiple people. In My Profile, you can just do it for yourself. So here we can set this up for Debbie, we can put in your billing provider information, put in individual and group info, close, save, and then perhaps move on to the next provider. So if you do, for example, have like a new provider, you of course can add the user here, enter their information, set up the insurance information when you know it, and move on. Okay, so of course, once again, if you have any questions about how to set up this insurance information, please give us a call, email us, live chat us. We are always happy to help. Thank you very much for joining us for the Counselor tutorial for managing insurance information.